So let's talk about that because with whole body learning, we really like to use the backing track to create that meaningful whole, and not only in terms of the whole, in terms of the melody and all that, but also we find that the whole in terms of the orchestration and experiencing that piece as this multi-layered, painting, if you like, to use your example, is really useful in terms of even interpretation for our students. And we just teach a fragment of melody, and then we play the whole backing track, and the students just put that fragment in whenever it turns up. But if we look at a traditional kind of process, where probably a traditional way of teaching a piano piece would be teacher does a model performance, then we would teach a right hand, teach a left hand, and then hopefully then we'll teach hands together. So, and by teach I mean that the students will start with just one note at a time, plunking away at it, trying to, because we have to do this read play approach where they just read the notes and what have you, and then some bits come more easily, so therefore the melody isn't always very evident because they're just reading notes. And so then gradually over a couple of weeks, students become a bit more proficient at the timing and then at the notes, because the teachers are constantly correcting the mistakes or the errors. And then also wrong fingers get used, and then correcting fingers, and then hopefully gradually it start to sound like a piece. So essentially there are a lot of times where there's mistakes of timing, fingerings, notes, phrasing, and everything all need correcting. So is this a very brain efficient way or friendly way of actually teaching? Because it's the way it's been done for centuries, I guess. So
It is what it's been done for centuries, and many people say to me, "Oh, why do all of those games and all those little bits and pieces keep coming back?" And it's because of the musicality and the reward. I mean, there's lots of very fine musicians who have been taught in the way you just described, and they did find that rewarding. But we want everyone to find it rewarding and quickly. It doesn't look quick, but it is quick because they're putting that information into its meaningful place very quickly and recognizing it. And that's again that prediction and error detection that the brain does. And the brain is born with that. The brain is born with the strategies. We're not a blank slate when we're born. We're born physicists and scientists already testing after a few days of being born. Babies recognize a different face. And that's part of that mechanism of predicting. This doesn't look like the face I'm used to. And it's the same with all learning. So learning a bit and then recognizing it in the whole is really filling in the picture bit by bit. And it's so rewarding because you can achieve something really quickly. You don't have to learn very much, and learning just a little bit is achievable before you put it into this thing that sounds so wonderful. How rewarding is that? It's not very rewarding when you're going plonk, 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 day after day. And that's what used to put off children. They would stick at it because it wasn't rewarding quickly. Not that rewards have to be quick to be good, but when you're first learning, you do need a lot of reward quite quickly so that you see that it's useful to do these things and to sustain the effort. And you're not going to sustain the effort if it's not rewarding quite early on.
Yeah, exactly.